This is going to be tough. I think for both teams, I do like the FazE a little bit more in MIBR stead, if only because both Chalet and Banks seem like they've been strongholds. They've been bastions for this particular Brazilian squad for quite some bit.
An occasional ban that comes through from MIBR is able to live free in here. It might be that lock-in of that free round. Reduct goes for the hop, but it's instantly cut down. FazE still has full control over the site, and with the kit cold outside, Felipox is able to find one before it's traded out on the exit. And this series opens up with a FazE round.
360 scan doesn't find anything at this moment as Raps goes for a pre-fire. It Souls a very crucial operator taken off the board. No more Yokais to save the round here as Astro picks up one before he gets traded out himself.
But they're able to just slip by that one. Well, that definitely connects, leaves just Cyber as that loose player. He's able to not really do anything. MIBR. Look at the far side here. Reduct, you've got him coming up onto the far balcony. They're pushing Astro out of that power position here. They're blinding him with everything, but it's Cyber that's able to strike. The rotation comes up to white, but it's the fight on the freezer door that starts to really get a face of this round. Falls. The last to finally find his way inside as Astro goes for a very bold spray, but they're weighing up the pressure they can apply. But Astro, he's gone for a huge rotate and is able to catch the diffuser, puts it down, and now it's all down to Luke. And you can see they have the idea, they've dropped the player. They've pulled themselves back down onto the white stairs. They're not going to overextend. They know there's only a handful of seconds. They waited for the moment, and FazE took it.
And if they do that at the very same moment this flank is starting, it might end very badly for them. That's a great grenade!
In the meantime, a handful of seconds, but with the verticality in their favor, MIBR are able to clean up across two different floors on the single site. Sees the first in Zulu and gets a drop on them, but isn't quite able to connect. Almost finds the head of the second, but with the third pushing on them, it turns into a flawless. They didn't overextend. MIBR pulled themselves cautiously, as we said they're good at doing. Well, there's... almost there it is! But look, it's being watched. Lukid is making sure he is in all these positions in this game that MIBR have done so well, which is, we know where you are, but more importantly, we know where you're going to be. A great first one there from Felipox.
Trying to find an extra pick, an extra entry before they get to the side. It's a grenade that pops out, but Raps finds the kill first before Bullet trades him out. They now know one more is at that bottom floor, and if they do realize that in time, they might be able to just strike on that top floor. Lukid finds the mirror. Souls, what are you doing?
On Zulu, you just saw the ping in the audio, and there it is. Lukid able to get one more, leaves just Astro buried inside that freezer box, takes the head off the first with a bit of a wide swing, but two different angles. That gun doesn't have a lot of bullets in. 4-2. They've pulled themselves back into the kitchen. It's Bullet that's able to get the big opener. You saw ahead, but couldn't quite get the full connection. Goes back for a little bit more, but in this 2 versus 1 situation now, you got to see if you can drive yourself home. Still fighting the slithers either side. The other hasn't decided he needs to rotate up. But as he drives on by MIBR...
we might just see him go for a bit of an aggressive fight here.
Oh,
no,
do it.
He's going up the hatch. He has the diffuser. He wants to go for a plant.
Oh, do it. All the flashes in the world are going up there, but there's a man with special glasses. Cameraman is up, but knocked back down. They've got to see if they can go for a bit of a flat retake here. The pressure on the top of white pops round. It's Souls, who is doing everything to drive them back in.
They're not quite sure, indeed, and his flashbangs are being tossed in. Lukid wants to swing aggressive, finds one. That's Cameraman.
Well, 15 seconds, and it's the swing onto the door. There's the C4 caught in midair and a ski shoot, but it's a shotgun that starts hammering home. It's a 2 versus 1. Astro is all that's left. He's inside the site. They're well aware and popping pre-fires, but he catches the head of the first and gets a reload and a rotate. Hot pings, and that puts that pressure onto MIBR. There it is! I talked about on the other side, Lukid now, he's in the bar, he's got the next door and he closes it right in the face of Cyber, but the diffuser is going down. They don't quite have the full angle from the verticality we said they might be able to get, and well, with another going off the board, suddenly it's a 2 versus 2, but a post plant. They cannot quite get that clear crossing. They can't quite find the divider red because Souls says, this is my corridor, and knocks the first back out of it. Reduct. The long-awaited take back here of Bakery. The 2 players, 1 up, 1 down. 5-5. A little bit more of a push and pressure back now as they've stacked themselves up. The first fight is scrappy, but it's Astros to connect with Reduct. I don't think they knew about each other. As that gets reintroduced, they're able to at least find the first, and Cameraman finds a battle back upside down. It's a bit awkward to work out. MIBR, that C4, they have that mirror, and they have one more FazE player for the catch, Souls. But they haven't quite got it. They're going for a split push here. One either side. One's hitting up Lumber, the other's going for the big cigar rotation, and Souls will probably be aware of this. Can see the pings onto one, tries to find the fight with the other first, and there's the pop over the top. He can't quite get it locked in. There's Mirror, and now he's suddenly got a 1 versus 1 behind a solid wall. The pings, they're all in his favor. There's a C4, but Souls does not care.
don't know what's going on here.
Unless
Two Candela's used.
Fading audio? I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to cover right now, but it is potentially that grenade. I can only assume it's the sound of audio, this swing in, and he makes sure it's punishment. There is Cyber able to get that, and yeah, that Candela, that was purely used for that irritating sound. Bullet, he takes out Lucan and Raps. Well, as soon as this smoke clears, there's one, there's almost two. But Bullet has the lockdown from the top. It is all down to FazE to see if they can take this first map away from them, keep the momentum in their favor. Hopped on the shield, and Bullet was spinning. But he had that lock-in on the end. 7-5. They come back from a 5-2 deficit. They actually opted to remove the Lion, which has just been the bite there on the top, the fight over, and Raps goes down as well. The pressure of Astro is able to clear those steps, and that was step for step a fantastic take. Bullet with the lock in there on Reduct, and suddenly 3 bodies have dropped. There's at least FazE.
This FazE, it's only up to Felipox now. The full site is under control of the side of FaZe, and as the plant is being attempted, it is Felipox that tries and jumps up a bit, but he's completely blind, thrown on the ground, and gets finished off by cameraman. FazE drops, and it's a crucial kill there. That means they could go for a potential plant now. Raps trying to wrap around here as well. So is Redux. Both are low on HP. He gives away his position here, and as the plant will be attempted 45 seconds soon on the clock. If it's not for Redux, it gets one, but instantly traded out. Bullet goes down. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Astro healthy on hit points. Cyber not so much. Neither is Raps, and as the timer runs out, it's Cyber that picks up the kill. It's FaZe.
He's been able to get himself right in deep here on this potential swing round, and there's a player completely caught unaware inside the site, and now the pressure's on Bullet on the second story, and they're putting that kit down, making it connect with the floor. Lucan with one more, but in a post plant, suddenly it's 45, and suddenly it's 2 versus 3, and it's 3 guns all pointed towards you. A slip back in, and a great take from Felipox, and the verticality goes into their favor as well, all down to Souls. No grenades, but a big opening, and a single player on the site cannot find it, and MIBR finally find.
And as long as they keep this one busy right here, it's a grenade kill that starts it all off. It's Cyber that picks up another kill, and Felipox on that flank now needs to hurry back. Another plant will be attempted right beside that wine cellar. They have that rotation. They can easily back out, but with 14 seconds left, it's that 1v2 retake now.
Gonna be popped up or popped down. Felipox tucks the corner and sees if he can get a connection. There's a great swing round. There's a second. And it's Souls by that single player, but if they do 2 tiers of fight, well, now it's only one. Felipox pops up, drops one, he's about to find a second, and he just maybe saw the side, and, well, now he definitely knows they're there, and I'm not entirely sure. FazE might be able to get the pick up here, but it's a spray through an open mirror window, and they're going to see if they can cement the kill. A great take by FazE, who is so consistently this last player, a 1 versus 1. They're trying to find the fight. He's going to pull himself a little bit out of sight. He knows the kit is elsewhere, gets this big stretch. He can play the verticality if he wants to, but he's waiting for this drive by the door, and there it is. FazE connects it for MIBR.
Finds the opener yet once again, and now Luca tries to go aggressive, deals a little bit of damage. Astro will be dropped. That Sahara bridge gone, and the diffuser on the ground as well, but the instant trade comes through. Bullet from below is going to be able to clear it up. FazE will fall as well, and they're now forced to run through the giant open hole that they've created themselves, and that's a run out from Raps, finding cameraman. 40 seconds on the clock. They need to push in, and the Souls gets the very first kill. Nitros get tossed over. It is the SMG that fails to connect in the end there, and Bullet that finds the final kill of the round.
FazE gonna see if he can try and get the diffuser in. They've hopped in, and they've got themselves that big bat of control without going directly for the verticals suddenly. And they said, well, there's nothing they can do. Raps there is able to get one more. The retake is scrappy, and it doesn't go their way either. Astro, all that's left here, and one locked hatch gave MIBR the confidence to take a site with the trust of that single player, and Astro's able to at least get another for his money, but not enough time to even get to the diffuser before he can start diffusing. So MIBR, they're able to swing in and take their opener here.
With a very quick first round, they find that opening. There's one on West, there's 2 coming in. Redux already inside the side. Do they know? It's going to be a big question. Now they definitely do, with that flashbang detonating right behind them.
He goes right past one, swings onto the second there, and suddenly Redux gets that cover, but there it is, Felipox. He was hid, dropped down, and absolutely locked off with Bullet getting that important kill inside the site itself, but falls from the top. The site, sorry, I was distracted by a certain camera that decided to have a journey over towards us. It is suddenly MIBR that pop its way over. The shotgun underneath the C4 is a bit of a Hail Mary. They're going to see if they can try and find a little bit of freedom but they don't find it. Falls instead gets that lock in to see if he can keep some control here. It sprays and dropped, but it's a flawless. You can see Astro's going for a retake over the top here of Solarium, but it's starting to pop off against them. There's a swing round. Reduct caught out and dropped off by Cameraman underneath. No C4 in pocket. Souls has done big bits inside the site. 15 seconds stuck behind the chassis. There is no kit in pocket. They're concerned. And, well, there's Lukid getting one more. There's a fight. It's Cameraman to get the connection. Lukid is going to see if he can get himself into the side and stick it. Cameraman's pulled himself far away. Holding that stick. 2 seconds and a bit of an overhang. It's a sprint. It's just a little bit of a misconnection now. And over the breach, he knows where Cameraman is. And he cannot quite get the right idea of where he wants to make the first incision. Lukid pops up.
Cyber is forced to play in a position that just lost him one of his teammates here. 2 grenades roll underneath his feet. He needs to rotate back towards the site, but that gets him killed as well.
Knows that he is isolated. Souls is trying his best to see if he can stack up some support, but loses the engagement. Cameraman is all that's left, keeping the map into something where they can lock it out on just 2. Finds the first, but Falls is looking for the stick here. The swing up Snowmo stairs doesn't quite net them the full fight, and now a post plant. Doesn't get it though. MIBR find Chalet and ensure a 3rd map in this showdown.
The pressure is coming in from the garage as well. Bullet is looking to find an angle close in the corner. If he finds the first, as he does, he spots the second. It's side control for FazE. The hatches are open, but it doesn't matter as Astro picks up that first. They got the entry, they got the plant, and now a 2v4 retake of MIBR needs to happen.
Couldn't quite get the full connection there. Cameraman's able to swing round, tucked on a corner, and take the tail end of Felipox out. Lukid, they know exactly where he is, and they know he doesn't have many places he can go apart from out of this round.
However, a pulled C4 on the side of Reduct will be responding as soon as this plant goes through. As it comes in, they probably don't have a clue. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, they might not know either.
No, it wasn't that. It was a fantastically played grenade. They bounced the grenade down towards that gold corner side just as they swung, and Reduct had to pull back, and suddenly it's sprayed in the post plant, but it's Felipox down on the blue stairs, caught out. And it's still a back and forth, but over the top of that irritating plexiglass, they're waiting for a pop-up, but there's nothing you can do. Or he's going up instead, or he's sort of toying with the idea. Pep is a little bit too high and just slips out, but it allows Lukid to slip his way in. Takes over Tellers before he's knocked out. It has entirely come out on their favor, and the first on Beepers goes by the fight on the hop-in window, but...
However, as Souls will be opening up the wall, he gets swung on. As Reduct with the very first kill almost loses his life in the result, but that's the heart breacher gone. That's the most important part as they go for another trade.
Against the players itself, something MPXs, Latin America teams, and Bank. The Bulletproof just caught out. No, Lukid is protecting that too.
Grenade over the top. He is hoping to pick up a kill behind the desk. He's not going to be doing that. It's actually going to get swung on here by Falls, who gets the down and will confirm it as well as Raps to the very final kill. It is his own shield that falls as a result. So pressure comes through. It's a shotgun shell versus a grenade and some bullets from the ARX.
But as the kills start to come over the top, it's one more chance at a long arm. 2 more players, only one down to a smoke that once again has stopped the plant. So FazE push up. Is that big question mark on the top here? There it is. There's the exthermic. There's the drone up and caught on a drone, but no! Falls just off, but Astro has that trade back. As the rotation comes through, the cover in the pre-fire, but they've missed the angle, and now it's suddenly a much shorter round. Reduct and Soul suffer either side. The drop on the 0 cam, and just Felipox left. FazE, they may not have had the surprise strike with the Amaru, but they made sure they are doing everything to make these doors, these entrances as uncomfortable. Cameraman's gone above. He's ready to drop this hatch and go for a huge take round on the back, but doesn't quite get the full connection. They don't know he's there though, and it's Souls that gets that opener, and from deep, Cameraman still just does enough to bite, but dropping out, keeping that advantage, seeing if they can stop the plant, which is already not in anyone's hand. MIBR, they're a little bit lost in the sauce. Got to get the pickup and see if they can stick it in the cover. On the Maestro, he has 1 door, 1 option, and continual hot pings, but it's just the diffuser that he's able to get down the second after. And now, gonna do enough to try and take that player down, stopping. Oh no, do not do that with a camera. He says he's still got the Elder, and Raps is on a sliver of health and a consistent red ping behind the chassis. All the pressure in the world, and a Pokeball bit too. Over the top, everything is against Raps, but he still finds it. You have to try and force this door in the fight on the far side. Reduct goes for a swing. Lukin with one more. No diffuser in pocket. It has to be the kill on the final players. Will he be able to make the distance count? Picked up and held F just in time. Bullet in the last engagement there. Swings round either side. It's a big fight, and Philippox is caught. And there it is, a post-blood, but it's somehow Reduct! How does he find that with nothing?
As this is a yellow ping to come through, Reduct is hoping to go for a chase. And as FazE just strikes, it's Astro with a triple kill that opens it up. But Reduct, again, is starting to come back. Astro outside, however, with that diffuser, could have already locked off this round here.
And Cyber heard Philippox on the front. Reduct is all that's left. A little bit lost here. The diffuser hasn't been able to make any presence or growth into the site, and that game there, that attempt to find the fight a little bit later, well, it nets FazE, but they've got to try and do a little bit more body work and busy work. It's a swing round, and the Malusian Pillars wins out, and Bullet drifts to some freedom. They rotate underneath, and suddenly it's only a couple of seconds left. It's just about to go single digits. We are just about to see a hot drop on the corner hatch, caught out by Astro. Makes the diffuser cold, one more, and I said they locked the door, and they ensured they slammed it shut. FazE Clan, they take this, they find themselves moving forward to the lower bracket final.